Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Samwise Uboinski Story Pod. We are so grateful that you're here. We're so grateful for your ears and your mind and your heart and the opportunity to tell more stories and to be together still with Sam and Nate. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you, Chris? How are you, Nate?
I'm good. I'm surviving. How are you guys?
I know I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's a real joy to get to be together and have some stories. So, Nate, I think you have this one.
I spoke to a rock. I spoke to a rock and it didn't talk. I know what you are thinking. Rocks don't talk. Well, you'll be in shock when I tell you it started blinking. Yes, it blinked. It had two eyes, I think, or at least one furry brow. The brow crawled onto my rain shawl. I know it's not there now. And it had two lips, I think, to blow a kiss, but like me, the rock was shy. The lips became wings, two pretty little things, and flew up to the sky. I'm no fool. I've been in school for 2 years and about 6 weeks. So I know nature is mysterious, and when you listen, it can speak. My parents forced me outside to play, so I thought I would hear what it had to say. Although it didn't speak the way I thought it would from the start, it tickled my senses and it made me think. And it spoke right to my heart.
Oh, I love that. I love the story about the rock. That's awesome.
I really enjoyed the rhyming, and not just the rhyming, but the shock and the rock. There's just something so I don't even know the right word for it. Is it like a stop plosive? But those sounds in your mouth, shock, rock, all of those things. It's just so rhythmic and nice. So to being able to listen to, I've always really appreciate the rhyming, but there's something to the awk sounds which are extra fun to listen to, and the image of a little rock with the eyebrow, and it's just such an adorable central image. How did you come up with it? Was there actually a rock?
Well, I was thinking a lot about being younger when looking at something in nature, realizing that it almost looked like, if I looked at a tree, it almost looked like it had a face. You know what I mean? You could see things that you would see in the everyday within the nature around you. And I just had this idea of just this kid holding a rock and seeing, like, just a caterpillar just chilling out. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And then like this butterfly, but when you look at it at a certain angle, it's just like, that's a face. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And it started with that idea of just looking at nature and associating things that you see every day, but then also being in awe of nature and understanding um, that it could speak to you in so many different ways, so many different ways. And I think often when I try to get my kids outside, especially my daughter, it can be almost like a fight. But once she's out there for over a half an hour, she's in her own world. And I think that's something so magical about
Yeah.
kind of putting yourself out there and being around nature and
Yeah.
finding, things like that.
We do something with really all my kids, but I've been doing it with Aaliyah a lot lately, where I say, all right, we're going to go to the woods and find 5 beautiful things, and then we take pictures of them with the phone, but like, and then we have them to come back to. But it's always fascinating to see the things that she sees, you know, because we'll be walking and I'll be like, oh, there's that, and then we end up noticing different things and thinking that different things are beautiful. And it really is one of the fun things about having kids is seeing what they see and realizing what they're thinking. Um, i also i thought of this time when, kind of frequently, when Ben, my 14-year-old, when he was little, he used we had this big driveway in our house in New Hampshire, and when the sun was really bright, the driveway got really warm. And more than a couple times, he would just curl up and take a nap in the
Mm,
driveway. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, people are coming by, like, people see you just sleeping in the driveway. And he was like, but daddy, it's so comfortable. And so I was like, all right, let me check it out. And so I took off my bag and I kind of curled up next to him. And he was so right. It was like just warm and cozy. And we just lay there, and he would just do it so often. It was
Oh, that's
really,
cute.
it was
Yeah.
really
That's
great.
funny.
Yeah, it was a very
Gosh,
sweet
that's so
moment.
funny. And when you were speaking about like that activity you do at the Leah and going out and looking for like five things that you find is beautiful, I remember one of my professors in seminary telling me about a story when she was babysitting this I think an 8-year-old girl, and they're walking. So the girl was a bit older. They're walking downtown in Philadelphia, and the girl stops her and she goes, "Oh my God!" And they look down and they see a mud puddle, and the girl goes to touch it, and she's like, "Oh, don't touch that. That's gross." The girl goes, "What? It's beautiful." And my
Mhm.
professor was saying, like, right then she realized that there's this wonder in everything. And you can
Mm.
see it in even this mud puddle that just got stirred up, and you see the mud kind of, or the dirt circling around the water and then settling down to the bottom. There's something beautiful about that. And within, the scenario of walking the streets and a big puddle in the city, but there's something wonderful about that. So I love what you shared about Aaliyah, like finding the beauty in things that you would have just walked past. Because like I think a lot of us, when we get older, it's not that we're not trying to focus on those things. It's just like we've just slowly been told what is beautiful, or like associated things with what beauty is, and kids are still on to like finding wonder and like everything.
Well, as we do every episode, we also have questions from the mailbag. And this one is a special one for Sam. And it's, you've been living a long time away from home.
I have, that's
And
true.
what is it you most miss about your home? And what is it you most appreciate about this new home?
That's a very good question. So I think the thing that I miss most about my old home, which is England, which, as you guys probably know, is part of an island called Great Britain on the other side of the Atlantic. And what I miss most about England is the sausages, because English sausages are so good, and you can't get them outside of England. The sausages here in America, they're not the same. They're just not the same. And I miss English sausages. They're big, they're full of herbs, they're just so good. They're especially good with mashed potatoes, bangers and mash. Oh, I really miss that. And also there's a thing called Cornish pasties. It's hard to explain what they are, but they're like minced beef that's kind of inside a pastry, and they're so good. And again, you can't really get them here. So I miss sausages and Cornish pasties. But what I love about America is Thanksgiving, because we don't have Thanksgiving in England, right? Because the Thanksgiving holiday is all about it's about whole American history, right? It's 'cause in England we don't have the same history. So Thanksgiving is a very American thing. And I didn't have Thanksgiving growing up in England, and I only have it as a grown up here in America. But I love it. I just love seeing family and other people's family, and I just love sitting around the Thanksgiving table, and I love all the Thanksgiving traditions and food, and it's great. That's my favorite thing here.
That's great. I love Thanksgiving also, and sausage. Really, just
Yeah, but you have tried a real sausage until you've been to England and had a real Cumberland sausage.
Yeah, gotta check it out. That's
Yeah.
great. So, at any time, feel free, anybody, send in questions, minister@uubelmont.org, and we'll be sure to work them in here on the pod. Uh, and thanks for listening. And know, especially in this moment, and really all the moments, know that we're all here for you and for your family, and that you're held, and that you're loved, and that we're going to make it through this complex moment together. So be sure to tune in for more stories. And thank you, Nate. And thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Nate.